Attention, please come back to shore immediately.
All you can do is paddle out there and try and hold up as many as you can with our boards.
Tony, can you hear me, Tony? Someone came to the door and said someone's just passed out in front of the pavilion.
She's not coherent, she's not talking to me.
Tony, can you hear me, Tony?
I received a phone call from the police about a suspected gentleman floating face down.
He's dead for sure.
Take me back to the sweet times, the happy nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime, that is where I'll be.
So it's mid-morning on Bondi. It's beautiful, sunny day. I'm just taking some kids out on a Bondi rescue experience. We offer it to charities where they can auction it off to help raise money for particular charities. We left the bay of Bondi and we started heading over towards Bronte. The further you go away from land and you've got 3 kids with you, you're always worried about what lurks beneath. Oh, no way! Shark! As we were driving along the back of Bronte, I saw a fin pop up about 3 metres from me. Is it a shark?
Yes.
I was like, maybe it's a dolphin, and then I saw its tail fin, and I was like, that's definitely a shark. Hey, jet ski to Central and Bronte lifeguards. I've got about a 6 to 8 foot shark out the back here.
Description? Hammerhead?
Dark? Quite dark. I don't think it was a hammerhead. I only just sort of saw the fin and its back fin as well.
There was a seal out Bronte this morning. Wasn't a seal, was it? Salty?
Nah, that's definitely a shark. That's definitely 100%. Just so you know, buddy, I just saw a shark out there. Oh, he's probably another 500 metres out. Don't raise the alarm. I told the boys. I'll just let you know. It was only about 8 foot, but it was... Should we go see if we can see the shark again?
No. It was dark and black, and it was really, it came pretty close to us.
We only really saw the fin, but it came pretty close, so it was a bit scary.
That was my first time seeing a shark.
I guess throughout the day we'll probably be keeping our eyes peeled, but there was also a seal, so, you know, just every time we see a black thing moving in the water, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a shark.
In 3 weeks of February and March 1935, 3 young men were taken by sharks from New South Wales beaches.
There's hundreds and thousands of sharks out there, but in my time at Bondi, I've only heard about 1 shark attack.
One of the guys saw him and said that he yelled something like shark.
But about 3 or 4 hours later that afternoon, Danny McKell was dealing with a father in the tower. He's just sighted a shark and his son was still in the water.
Just watching my son. Just watching my son. Actually saw it through and go that way. I just want to get my boy out.
Yeah.
He's only 11, so it's like...
Yeah.
We saw a shark. I saw one at the tip of a wave as it was about to break.
I just had 3 come up saying they definitely saw a shark.
Yeah, we're sounding the alarm now.
Just attention, all the people in the water. There's been a confirmed shark sighting. The shark alarm is off. We advise you to get out of the water, please.
It's browny grey.
Yeah?
It's just on its own, so...
Okay. At the time, I wasn't convinced that it was a shark. We have had a seal hanging around.
Oh, okay.
It may not have been a seal, but it may have been a shark. We don't know, so we've got to kind of do this. It sounds pretty...
It did look a bit like a seal, I guess.
Yeah. The most common question we get asked is there any sharks out there? That's the number one thing we get asked. But if you think about it logically, chances of getting killed by a shark are less than being killed by ants, I've heard recently.
There's still a couple of surfers in the water, but you always expect that. Yeah, not everyone's always going to get out.
There's a lot of birds out there. Maybe we need to get Bobby Orwin down here, the shark expert. Maybe he can put this thing to rest.
Yeah, jet ski, mate. I'm just going to head out in the boot where all those birds are and see if I can see anything. There's fish everywhere out here, Danny. It wouldn't surprise me.
A lot of people do see seals, and I know 100% what I saw out at Bronny, and it was definitely a shark.
Seals look a lot like sharks under the water, and we do have seals around here.
Chapo wants to say seal. That's fine by me. I like to wait till I see things with my own eyes before I make my own decision.
No, I believed you earlier.
I know, I'm not saying that you don't.
General consensus amongst the lifeguards at the moment is that it was a seal. The outcome was that the dad was reunited with his kid and nothing terrible happened.
Pretty scary. I was just watching a National Geographic episode of Sydney Harbour and the bull shark, so...
Just went under, man. It was just brown.
It was a Roy Schneider out of Jaws scene. I just basically ran down, shark!
Just a little tap of the shark alarm, and then that's a signal for everybody to go back in the water.
It is the ocean. There are seals and sharks out there, so I don't know. You be the judge.
Typically on a summer's day, the flags usually come down around 6:30.
Just catching everyone in the water, guys. The lifeguards are going home. We do advise you get out of the water.
Normally there'd be a 1 to 2 hours sunlight after the flags come down. There is a period there where the swimmers are swimming at their own risk. There's still literally hundreds of swimmers all along the beach. Check this out in front here. These guys in the rip here. There was a couple of guys in a rip, in trouble, right in front of the tower. Bacon took off. He really pinned it down to the water at high speed, and then Maxie Ashford backed Bacon up.
2 gentlemen started to go underwater, and a few members of the public started paddling out to try and help them.
Attention, please come back to shore immediately.
I know it's natural instinct for people to go and help, but often it makes the situation all the worse for us as lifeguards.
There was a couple of guys in a rip, in trouble, right in front of the tower.
I know it's natural instinct for people to go and help, but often it makes the situation all the worse for us as lifeguards. It was good that I'd seen Max coming as backup. All you can do is paddle out there and try and hold up as many as you can with our boards.
Needs to get the guy with the surfboard.
Here you go, here, turn around. Turn around, turn around.
The 2 larger gentlemen started pushing the people down that were trying to help them, so myself and Max picked up those 2.
Oi, Max! That guy there. Let's stay lying down though.
1, 2, 3, 4 swimming back, 2 being rescued. He's actually going to rescue people that went to their rescue.
There you go, buddy.
So Bacon's now picking up one of the Good Samaritans, you see. The advice I'd have for the Good Samaritan is that there's so many variables to every rescue. How big's the surf? How strong's the wind? How hard is the rip running? How experienced is the rescuer? There's just so many questions.
The flags have been pulled down. This is what happens if you don't listen to the lifeguards.
Had it been another 20 minutes, 25 minutes time when we're gone, that could have been anything. It really could have.
Okay. We just made it on time. We were trying to swim that way, and the water is taking us. He was trying to swim and he couldn't make it. Lucky the boys are here, although it's after hours. Thank God they did hear us. Very good boys, seriously. If they weren't here, we wouldn't have made it. Thank you. They asked us to leave, and they said it's dangerous. So why did I stay? They already said that we're taking the flags off. So please, when they take the flags off, we should all leave the water, because it's not safe. Lucky we made it, man. Seriously, bro. Maz, how bad was it? Thank God, man. Thank God. Woo!
Being a lifeguard on Bondi Beach is definitely one of the best jobs in the world. but there's definitely some downsides of the job.
Good morning, Mr. Bondi Lifeguard. Andrew speaking.
I received a phone call from the police.
Fletcher Street. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, mate.
Floating person off Fletcher Street.
Aaron speaking. Bacon got a phone call from the police station just informing us about the body being off Marks Park in between Bondi and Tamarama.
I actually didn't even know that we were going to a body. I thought there was someone in distress out there.
Bondi Central, the body is dead for sure.
You do wonder what happened, how did this situation unfold?
You're sort of just going through the head, you know, did he jump, did he drown?
Jake's second body for the year.
Speaking about the Japanese guy that drowned earlier in the year, it's always going to be in the back of my mind, but if you start thinking about that too much, it's going to obviously play with your head.
He's got a bandage on his arm, fully clothed, probably about 50 years old.
There's definitely a little bit of emotion in there. You have those things, you're like, oh, I wonder if he had a family or a wife and something like that.
Body retrievals are one of those things you'd rather not do them, but we kind of do so many these days that it's kind of just part of the job.
We can see the police boat now.
On average, we probably get about 12 body retrievals a season, whereas drownings, you know, we probably only see, well, in the last 8 years, I think we've had 2 drownings. The cops said there was no suspicious circumstances, so I guess that means that they've ruled out foul play.
Are you shaken up, Jake?
No, not really. I wasn't. But we just rolled him over when we got there. And made
Did you roll him over?
Yeah, to see if he was looking.
It's a big part of lifeguarding, and we can't sit there and dwell on what's happened, and this is a great way for us to move forward if we go to the next incident and we keep moving on, you know, and Jake dealt with it perfectly.
There's a really strong rip down the south end and they're getting caught again. It's a beautiful day for swimming and they're all out there having a ball.
Fish, I'm watching. What do you reckon?
Pretty deep that water out there, and it's starting to move pretty quick, I think.
That's strong, it'll get them for sure. I've known Bishop for a long time now. On one hand, he's got all these real manly jobs that he's done over his lifetime. He's a lifeguard, he's a firefighter, he's been a plumber, he's been a garbo. But then on the other hand, he loves his clothes more than most women do. He's the working class man with a little bit of a twist.
Well, I guess my theory on lifeguarding is prevention is better than cure.
See if you can stand up and walk in. It's still pretty shallow.
If we can educate people to teach them how to get out of rip by themselves instead of relying on me.
Just keep moving toward that sandbank, walk across.
Because I might not be there, or one of my colleagues, one of the boys might not be there to help them out one day.
Nearly there, power swim toward the other side.
Bisho's rescues always seem to unfold pretty much the same. He jumps on the megaphone, he'll almost try and serenade them in.
Swim to your left.
He's going to try and stay dry for as long as possible.
In and to your left, buddy.
My job description does entail me to go in the water and rescue people. But, you know, it's not always nice to be sitting around the beach all wet and salty.
That's it, mate. Keep going at that angle. Keep going that way. Hey, mate, he's swallowing water. I reckon you got to go out and he's getting hit by waves.
We're getting into the latter part of the season and I haven't got my hair wet yet, but I hate getting wet. I try and stay as dry for as long as I can.
I think Bisho's pretty keen to get wet anyway.
It was always going to happen.
Keep heading this way.
On the way out, he'd still continue to try and coax them back in while he was on the board.
Just walk that way. Head that way. Yep, head that way.
He just gives him every chance. He's very good with time, Bisho.
Very close.
I'm just exhausted. So I have to lay down and take a rest.
The less times I have to go in the water means the less times I'm away from my radio when something more serious might happen.
That's it, just head that way, please. Go that way.
Yeah, I'd go Bish.
Hey! Hey!
That calm demeanour that he has, it helps in those situations.
Relax! Hey, this way! Look, you can stand! Look! Look! You can stand! You can stand! This way, look! Standing!
So the less it gets wet, the better. Now I'm wet. I sit in wet board shorts the rest of the day.
You're on Bondi Beach Radio. And remember, if you're heading down the beach today, stay safe and swim between the flags.
I was in the tower and someone came to the door and said someone's just passed out in front of the pavilion.
Bondi roving to Central, mate. I've got this girl here. She's breathing and has a pulse. It's quite rapid, but I'm going to see if I might need a hand to carry her because she's not talking to me.
Tony, can you hear me, Tony?
Okay, mate, I think I have...
Tony, can you hear me? Tony, can you hear me? I was in the tower and someone came to the door and said someone's just passed out in front of the pavilion.
Where's your location, Rudy? I'll just send Kaylin and Hudsie up.
Mate, directly in front of the lifeguard room. Again, I said she's breathing and she has got a pulse, but it's very rapid and she's not coherent. She's not talking to me.
Tony, we get trained by paramedics. The best way to get someone to respond is either squeezing their traps up here or if that doesn't work, to rub their sternum. Tony, can you hear me? Tony? It's all right. I'm a lifeguard. My name's Andrew. I'm just here to help you. I know that hurts, but I need you to respond to me, all right? Okay? You all right? Can you stand up for me? Can you stand up?
Do you want to bring the bed over? How are you feeling?
Once she came to, she sort of seemed to be able to walk to the tower with me. It's all right. You're in safe hands. You want to take it slow? You okay? Yeah. Right. If you're going to pass out, I'm going to hold you up, so it's okay. We just got to get you into this room and get you out of the sun. Yeah. And you over here working holiday? Yeah. What are you doing for work?
Bridge guy.
Bridge guy? Oh, you do work at the bridge guy? Oh, cool. It's a pretty cool job.
Yeah.
Just jump up there.
That's it. Sit, bring your legs up and just sit.
Once we got her back to the tower, I was really surprised how quick she came round, how much she improved. You know, 1 minute she's out cold, you couldn't even wake her up. Next minute she's talking to us, so that's a pleasure knowing that, you know, she's sweet.
As I was coming around, I could hear just sounds, and then eventually I just heard just my friend and that, but yeah, a little bit. It's just very disorientating.
Hi, Colin's my name. What's your name?
My name's Tony.
Tony.
I feel totally fine now.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm just quite happy to go home. I've got somebody at home with me, so.
She's a little bit dehydrated, but she's going to go to her local doctor. We're happy to let her go, but on the understanding that she'll call us back if things change.
We found out with Tony that she's got an autoimmune disease which attacks the liver.
Thank you very much.
Take care. She's going to be okay. She just needs to take some medication.
Thanks very much, guys.
You're right, darling. Stay relaxed. Come in. Let us know if you need a hand. We'll come out.
Fisho is a bit of a hairstylist, carries a comb in his top pocket, doesn't want to get wet today, and definitely doesn't want to get his hair wet.
Stay calm out there, guys. Try and swim in this direction. If you need help, let me know.
Fisho's trying to talk him in.
Just relax, guys. Swim across the rip. Strips. That's it, guys. Stay nice and calm. Nearly there, boys. Keep swimming in my direction, guys.
Oh, there goes the hand, Bish.
You're nearly there. All right, mate, I'm coming.
I thought that might happen.
They're nearly there. I'll go for a float.
And he's in.
Once I make a decision to go in, I'm going in. And I think my feet hit the water and I went, I was wearing my sunglasses. I realised, but it was too late.
I wonder if he meant to wear his sunglasses out there or if he just forgot to take them off.
You're doing so good, buddy. You're doing really well. We got you, mate.
The patient's probably looking at this chiseled specimen of a man thinking, geez, what have I got myself in for here?
Relax. We got you. Stay nice and calm, all right?
They would have been thinking, who is this bloke? Who does he think he is?
You speak English?
So, we are Colombian.
Colombian? Yes. Okay, you got to lay down to the board. Lay down.
They managed to flip the board, and I think my first reaction was just to kind of get my head above, keep my head out of the water.
You got to listen to me.
Not many lifeguards can fall off with their sunnies, flip the board and still keep their hair dry.
Come on. It's like this, like your brother.
I don't reckon salt water's ever even touched his hair, ever.
All right, buddy.
So what was the outcome?
The outcome was I got a few little drops on the glasses, which I wasn't too happy with, but the hair predominantly stayed dry, so it was a pretty good outcome for me.
Oh, what about the people?
Oh, oh, the boys are fine. The boys are fine.